Hey guys, Nick here. Welcome to the Omniverse of Nick and The Deadly Reckoning, The Walking Shadows of Salazar and Wick, Part 2. Before we get started, be sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the Omniverse of Nick, this channel, the main channel, and all other channels promoting all Omniverse of Nick content, and be sure to catch up with any story, posts, or updates that you have not already caught up with. So, let's begin. We open up with Daniel having his final mission after the Salvadorian Civil War and the John Wick universe blending in. So John has retired and lost his dog so much earlier, blending him into Daniel Salazar's story to make it work. Now Daniel approaches John Wick's house and he enters the basement and he sees nothing. But out of nowhere, a slam to the wall. Daniel just narrowly dodges it from a hammer from John Wick, and the two face off, holding at gunpoint. But no words are able to be spoken before shots fire between the two everywhere in the basement. Daniel throws a spear, but John just dodges it. And the fight goes on with Daniel wielding the hammer and John getting a bat, and it's just pandemonium. They end up even tripping each other and pulling many of the same moves, but they're not, they're getting injured, but it's obvious Daniel is holding his own because this is prime Daniel. This isn't like older man Daniel that we saw. This is like prime Daniel. So yeah, he's holding his own against John Wick, which makes this story work all the more better. And the two get up after all that, but then swing and hold each other at gunpoint again. And John Wick demands to know who he is and what he's doing in his home. And Daniel says, "Impressive. You're just as great as I know you were, Jonathan Wick." But John, he's not in the laughing mood. He's not even in the smiling mood. He just still repeats the question, holding at gunpoint, and says, "Who are you and what do you want? Not that I care." Daniel just looks at him, and it's like, John's retired, but something's off. Like, he seems far more angry. And Daniel knows he must have just lost someone. And that's why he was so angry. Because John's never taken something personally that he's been aware of. So Daniel just relents and he says, "My apologies. My final mission as a CIA agent and from my war veterans was to exterminate you. But something tells me you didn't even want this fight. But something tells me this attack on me wasn't meant for me. But you can avoid that and avoid the vengeance that it's going to overtake you, like I am. You can avoid that path if you come with me. I know all too well about loss. And I know it's not your wife." And hearing about John reluctantly, starts to understand, but John's still not wagering like too much. Daniel extends a hand, hoping John will take it, and the two shake hands, but they have a long conversation and long thinking between before John actually thinks to trust him or even walk away. Because that's all John wants, is to walk away. Daniel says if he comes with him, they will go far away. Somewhere they'll never find those people who took John's happiness away from him. They're not worth it anymore. So Daniel does go with John. They both do, and they leave John's home, leaving the memories of John's dog and wife and his life behind. Eventually, they get at the outskirts of Los Angeles. Daniel starts a family, and John gets himself a new dog, a German Shepherd given to him specifically by Daniel after hearing his full story, and John is finally starting to feel happiness. And then we cut to present day. Salazar's cuts, and the story officially starts here. It already basically started, but this was how it tied in to what makes John Wick, like how the world centers in and how I put him in the story. And for those of you who want a recap for when you watched this last and redone in this measure. So, with the story officially starting now, who stands a chance against John and Daniel together? And whoever does, for how long, and who specifically? And where does their journey lead them from here? Will it lead to true happiness and overpowered teams the whole story? Or is it going to be way more trouble with more than one assassin killer? Find out next time.
Now be gone from my sight.